G'day, battlers, and today we are jumping right in for some Lunar Cup battles up against Triss Chandler. Now, if you haven't watched my Meta Simplified infographic video for the Lunar Cup yet, definitely go check that out first, because one, you'll get a description about what this cup is about, and then also you'll kind of get a vibe about what the matchups are going to be in this cup, so you kind of just know what to expect as this video goes on. But we've got the Obstagoon lead here up against Escavalier, which is not a good lead matchup because we're taking double super effective damage from the counters, whereas Escavalier is only taking neutral because of its bug typing. So we swapped into Frostlass there to get a little bit of an energy advantage onto whatever else might swap in, and it turns out that she's got Frostlass of her own, which is not a great spot for us because it does mean that she has the energy, the shield advantage, and I don't think we have enough of an energy advantage to really overcome this, especially if they're able to get an avalanche bait through, which I feel like this is an avalanche bait, but I just couldn't risk it because if this went down, I didn't have like a great answer to Frostlass in the back, so I kind of had to stay in. And you know, Triss Chandler getting every free powder snow under the sun, so I'm pretty much in a rough spot here. So getting the last shield, and they will be able to take me out here. You can see I was trying to tap on that Obstagoon to just swap out of there, but it wasn't going to happen. So this Shadow Ball is going to take my Frostlass out. I'm going to bring Obstagoon back in and try and get to this Night Slash. I should be able to get there, and it's unfortunately I don't think it's going to quite take out the Frostlass, but Frostlass is presumably like at a move now. Oh no, one more okay, yeah, it was at a move, but I got a sneaker counter through. Not that it really helps me at this stage because this Obstagoon is definitely going down, so it's up to Alolan Raichu. Farm this Frostlass down, a little bit of mutual lag, but that's alright. And then we're going to see a Escavalier come back in, so I just need to farm this down. And it hangs on with 1 HP and a dream to get this charge move off. Now, if this Escavalier went down, or if I tapped onto that charge move to take it out, I think I probably would have been in a pretty good spot. I know we didn't see it was in the back, but with energy, Alolan Raichu can be pretty deadly, especially with no shields left. But going into game 2, Roserade up against Wireless, another pretty poor lead there. So he swapped into Beedrill, which we're going to try out a bunch of different picks today. So expect maybe a little bit of craziness as we go. But going for the X's here, not going to do heaps of damage to the Tropius, but still going to definitely add up. But we can see that we're getting another one off. We've already burned one shield off of them, and then we're kind of hoping that this might get another one, and we actually do get both shields here. Looks like it was a CMP tie, so at this point we're just going to let Beedrill go because I don't think we were going to get to another charge move anyway. So down it goes, and we don't have, I mean, we have Mandibuzz here, which is a good answer, but now I'm kind of thinking, so how do I deal with that lead matchup of Wireless? Because Mandibuzz is not a great counter, and Roserade is not great either. So I'm kind of thinking I might need to get some energy up on this Mandibuzz and then maybe just throw bulk charge moves. And I panic and I throw the charge move here, and I'm hitting all the bubbles too. I definitely should have undercharged it at least to get as much energy as possible for this Wireless matchup in the back. I think I was maybe hoping that this 2-0 shield advantage would maybe carry me through a little bit, but we're actually letting this first Body Slam come through because it definitely wouldn't take us out. We're not really sure what's in the back, so thinking that we might need to protect our Roserade or something a little bit later if it comes to it. And maybe if there's a Frostlass back there, we might want to get some Fire Weather Balls off. And I'm actually swapping into Roserade because I had a little bit of energy, and we actually bring out that Beedrill. So this is an okay spot. We have the 2 shields. We can burn one here. We've got 2 Weather Balls ready to go. So I just need to tap on that thing, get it through there. And there's the first one. So this is, you know, it's not going to take Beedrill out because it is a fast move, but it's not a really hard hitting move. Another bit of mutual lag. Get through in the end. Does do a ton of damage, and we do get this second one off. They got a poison jab through, which definitely hurt us quite a bit, but down goes the Beedrill at any rate. Zweilous coming back in. We're not going to get to that Weather Ball, and now it's just up to Mandibuzz. They've got no shields left, and it's just a case of whether we can get to a charge move before they can get to a second one. So we've burned our last shield here, and Dragon Breath is going to add up though, so I'm not sure if we're going to, or we're just going to, oh no. Nah, Zweilous had too much energy, so yeah, going to take us out there, unfortunately. Needed to get more energy on that Mandibuzz. Needed to not throw. We needed to get more energy on that Tropius. Definitely a big mistake there. But going to this next one, we've got Electric versus Electric with a Witch Hat. Witch Hat, definitely a nice addition there, but we're both going to be resisting each other's Volt Switches, and because, you know, they're timed at the same time, so we weren't able to really sneak one through there. Or not sneak one through the game. If the game worked properly, we would have got an extra Volt Switch there, but I didn't see what that swap-in was, but it looks like we're going straight for the Rock Blast. Should do, oh no, went straight for the Stone Edge, sorry, and it's a Escavalier, and that does so much damage. Simultaneous KO, and they just lost their swap in, so whatever they bring in, they're going to be switch locked here, and it is actually the Frostlass, so kind of thinking like, alright, we've got Charm Chew ready to go. This is not your average Volt Switch Raichu. We are going full Charm here. 2 Shield Charm maybe? Yeah, I mean, Raichu is a pretty squishy Pokemon, so that one Avalanche definitely would have done a lot of damage. Looks like we're just farming, finally throwing the Brick Break to try and just pressure that shield out of Triss Chandler. And we do get the shield, luckily. I'm kind of wondering if I maybe should have swapped there to Magnezone, because I don't think that this would have taken out Magnezone, but we shield up, thinking that we could charm all the way down, but there is the swap out to the Raichu, and at this point, I definitely should have swapped out. Because now this Raichu is definitely going to be putting the hurt on me with that Brick Break. Actually, doesn't quite take me out, but unfortunately... Oh, no, I am going to get to the Brick Break. Okay, this is actually alright then. Yeah, this is okay. Magnezone isn't like going to do much damage in the back though, unfortunately. More mutual lag, but that is fine. And then as it turned out, I had the wrong quick move on Magnezone, which I didn't realize until after the fact. So yeah, I'm not in as great a spot as I would have been, but it's still a really rough spot. I mean, that Raichu had so much energy, double Brick Breaks, all I needed. So even if I had the right quick move, I would definitely be losing that battle. So jumping in the next one, we're down 3-0 at this point, hoping we can finally get this cup, and we get Cofagrigus into a Zweilous. Of all of the leads, I've just... Not a good one to see. So we swapped into Trash Wormadam, which is a pretty interesting counter because like Confusion isn't doing super effective, but the Bug Buzz would. So that's kind of what we were hoping to land. Now we're throwing this Iron Head up against the Escavalier that's come in. We're a little bit worried about that Drill Run because we've got the Cofagrigus in the back that would be a pretty okay matchup, and then a Abomasnow, which would be a very poor matchup. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe we could let Wormadam go and then just bring in the Cofagrigus to maybe farm down, get some energy or something, but it's not going to be able to do much up against Zweilous regardless. So we're kind of maybe hoping that this Bug Buzz goes through and takes the Escavalier out. Does not, unfortunately, and the reason we went for the Bug Buzz was just for the chance of the debuff. But yeah, didn't come through there. So we bring in Cofagrigus, figure we're just going to let this come through because, I mean, Cofagrigus may as well be dead to us with that Zweilous in the back. Goes for the Mega Horn, which is a lot of energy, and I probably should have swapped into Abomasnow there to get a bit of energy because we know that this, we knew that the Zweilous was around, which was a good matchup, but now we're seeing the Frostlass come in, so I'm kind of going, okay, this could be okay if we can land an energy ball onto this Frostlass, so we go straight for it, and unfortunately, oh no, it does go through, so at this point, I think we need to, Zweilous has some energy, and we can definitely tank a charge move from that Zweilous in the back. So we need to take this Frostlass out ASAP. We do get to this Weather Ball before Frostlass can get to a move, so I'm hoping that they might burn the shield here. They do burn the shield. Cofagrigus, the switch timer is not up yet. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking, okay, I need to just get some energy on this Frostlass, maybe swap out and catch onto Cofagrigus, but it wasn't happening quick enough, so I throw the Weather Ball. Undercharge here, thinking that I could maybe get one extra little bit of farm there. And... Yeah, Frostlass is a little bit ahead of energy, a little bit more ahead on energy than I thought, and Cofagrigus is not going to be able to do anything to that Zweilous in the back. So big mistake there. I definitely could have won, just not undercharged, I guess, and would have just faced the Zweilous, or two, swapped into the Cofagrigus and then hoped to catch a move, but... Look, I'm making a lot of mistakes here, and the reason we're making mistakes now is so we don't make them next month in our first Lunar Cup. So jumping in with a Crustle up against Escavalier. Escavalier is definitely a pretty powerful counter user, but as we're going to see in some battles later on, like maybe not in this video, Obstagoon is maybe a better fighter overall, but we swapped into the Umbreon there, because at this point, this matchup is like, my entire team is not great up against Escavalier. So we let that Mega Horn come through, which is absolutely just devastating. We're going to get this foul play off. It's not going to do a tons, and I think at this point they're going to be able to counter us down. And then we've still got that Crustle and a Skuntank. We haven't seen any of their other Pokemon yet, so we bring in the Crustle to just farm down, get a little bit of energy, because I thought that it might be able to do something. And they actually bring in Zweilous, so I'm kind of thinking, okay, maybe Crustle's a good pick here. I mean, Zweilous is not a great pick up against the Crustle, so I'm thinking they might have two things that are weak in the back. Maybe they've got that Frostlass in the back that doesn't want to see the rock charge moves. So we're going to burn the shield here to protect us a little bit. Dragon Breaths are doing heaps of damage though, so I'm kind of thinking, I'm not sure why I'm staying in. I should really be getting out of this matchup. I guess if it is the Frostlass, Skuntank is still a decent pick, so not a bad one to kind of keep in case. And it actually is that Frostlass, so we charge ahead. Going to get this Crunch off, hoping to maybe get that defense debuff just to make this even more of a sure thing. Yeah, doesn't quite take it out, and then we're going to have to burn the shield here to keep Skuntank around. It's going to be able to take, then you're going to be able to Poison Jab down the Frostlass, and then we're going to see that Zweilous come back in. And we're going for the Sludge Bomb here. Big mistake, because now I'm going down here. I should have thrown the Crunch. So I did get taken down by the Body Slam. In comes the Crustle. we get to the X-Scissor and we get CMP tied and get taken down. So again, I'm throwing games left and right. If you want an education in how to throw a game, this is like an episode of what not to do, but at least there are plenty of lessons to learn. Yeah, so at this point we decided to use Triss's weapons against her using these Wireless Frostlass core, which is a really, really strong core. I mean, like, if you aren't prepared for this Wireless Frostlass combo, it can really just do wonders against you, because Dragon Breath is a really powerful neutral move, and then Frostlass just a really, really dangerous Pokemon. As I mentioned in the Meta Simplified video, Frostlass can be so powerful with a bit of energy advantage, but we are able to take that one out in the Zero Shield matchup. In comes a Escavalier here, and I'm kind of going, oh, this isn't great. I mean, I'm kind of thinking I might bring an Obstagoon just to sort of sacrifice it to the god, or actually swap into it. I'm not sure about that play. I mean, I guess I'm kind of trying to keep Zweilous around for some sort of sack swap later, but look, we'll see how we go. But I throw the Night Slash that definitely threatened that Escavalier. We saw the swap out after I get the Obsta boost, so this actually could help us out a little bit here. So we're going for the Night Slash. This is going to take it down to like half health or so. And then Beedrill is going to be able to farm us all the way down. At this point, it's going to be a case of, do I bring the Zweilous to try and catch a move straight away, or bring in Frostlass and then swap his Zweilous to catch a move a little bit later? So we decided to bring in the Frostlass, knowing that the switch timer is kind of coming up and I've still got 2 shields, so I can burn the first one here. And then as Zweilous almost ready to go. I'm going to have to burn another shield here if I want to keep this around, if I don't want to call the X-Scissor bait, which, yeah, it is an X-Scissor bait, which is unfortunate, but we now have this Zweilous there. Able to farm all the way down, and I'm ready for the instant swap, and we catch the move onto the Zweilous. Really, really clean there. This is Escavalier throwing a huge amount of energy with that Mega Horn. Down it goes, and now we have to get both Avalanches off or Powder Snow all the way down, because I still have a shield here. So we're not out of the woods yet. We one Powder Snow away though, one Powder Snow, and we finally get the charge move off. And I think this is our first win up against Triss, who has been absolutely crushing us so far. Yeah, down it goes. So it only took us like 6 battles, but I finally get my first win on the scoreboard in the Luna Cup. And so I figured to celebrate, let's bring in Dwebble. This is a level 40 Dwebble as opposed to level 50, and unfortunately that is a Bite Drapion, which is doing so much damage. This is pretty scary. And I'm going for the X-Scissor, which isn't going to do much damage. I do get a shield though. Triss probably not knowing what the moves are, and I actually didn't realize that it was a Bite Drapion, and I swapped in a Dusclops. Now, I guess this is a case where all 3 of my Pokemon, none of them are great up against Drapion. I decided to bring some spice in here with the Dwebble, the Dusclops, and also a Sneasel in the back, maybe hoping for something that was weak to Ice in the back, but look, we could pretty much skip this battle. Feel free to skip ahead 30 seconds, because that's about how long I'm going to last in this battle. We're actually just swapping to a Escavalier, which is absolutely wrecking me, so I go for the foul play. At this point, I'm just wasting all that time, so huge apologies to everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share that subscribe one. I don't think we're out of battles yet though. Oh no, this is actually our last battle. So we're finishing off with a Dwebble on the screen, going to be taken down by a T-Tar after I get this X-Scissor off. So yeah, with all of that said, thank you for watching. Again, if you still haven't already, go check out the Luna Cup Meta Simplified infographic, because that is definitely well worth the watch. We've got the magic cone on screen now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one for all of the Luna Cup content that is going to be coming out over the next month or so. I'm going to be trying to do some early tournaments over the next week, so I'm going to try and I mean, Matt, hey, best case I land a win and I can bring you guys a sort of winning tournament video, but we just have to wait and see on that front. And if you happen to win at the Luna Cup tournament, feel free to send it through. There's going to be the link to the submission form in the description as well, so feel free to hit that up. And yeah, I'll bring up the doobly-doo. There we go. Oh, there's some more nonsense on screen, but well, thanks for watching. Thanks to all my patrons and supporters over on Twitch. Hide that. There we go. Thanks to all of you guys. And Meta Simplified, if you haven't checked it out, bottom video that'll probably change to another Luna Cup video later. But for now, it's going to be the interview I did with Dunebug a few days ago, newly crowned world champion, trying to get those secret skills and strategies out of his brain. So definitely something to be learned in that video as well. But I'll see you in the next Luna Cup video. Ka-chow.